Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Cooking with Mr. Taterbuggin. Sorry, I'm running a few minutes late here. Last minute things getting ready here. My darling little wife is sitting here with me, although she's been told to be quiet tonight. I don't know who that was that said she was talking too much, but dang 'em. My wife can talk. All right, I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to get in the room here. Let's see, I'm also adjusting the phone a little bit. Glad to have everybody here tonight. Hey, Margaret, I see you there. How you doing? Glad to have you here with us. And Norma Rubio is here already. Hello, Norma. Melissa, I see you there. Who is up for some good old potato soup tonight and a good homemade bread bowl?
Me.
That's what we're planning on doing tonight. We're going to make some homemade bread and make them into bread bowls. We're going to make some potato soup. We're going to have that soup in those bread bowls. So,
Tina said, I have to tell you, your chicken Dorito casserole was one of the best I've ever made or tasted.
Wow. Well, thank you very much. That is a very good, easy to make a little recipe there. Let's see. Tina said, I have to tell you, your chicken. That was that. I got it. Okay, Tina, thank you. And there's Linda. Is it Spinza, I believe. I'm sorry. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Glad to have all of you here. Thank you, Norma. Thank you. All right. I am boiling some potatoes just to soften those a little bit for our soup. I'm going to finish cutting those up and get these finished here. Get these going. I just want them softened up a little bit for the soup, just as a matter of kind of speeding up the process here on our soup. That one went to Pete. That one went to Pete. All right. So I am making some homemade bread, and I want you to know this is a very, very simple bread. It's called Peasant Bread. I don't know if you've heard of it or not before. It has just very few ingredients. It is. Did you have something?
Well, I was just gonna say I think it was Dolly Smith that sent us that, and Penny Williams, our sweet Penny, wants to know what kind of potatoes.
Well, Penny, you can use either russet potatoes or I'm actually.
Sorry, Dolly got me already. Hey, I called you handsome and you didn't even say hi.
I'm sorry, darling. Hey, Dolly, I didn't even know you were here already. See, they won't let my wife talk, so.
I'm trying to stay quiet.
Yeah, isn't that something? Somebody says she talks too much. I say she's my buddy. She's my pal. She's my love.
Rose wants to know, do you put cheese in your tater soup?
Thank you for the stars, Dolly. Yes, we're going to have cheese in there. We're going to have some Velveeta cheese. We're going to have some cheddar, some shredded cheddar on top of it. But in the meantime, let's go to the bread. I'm going to preheat an oven here to 350 degrees. And I want you to know the bread is a little time consuming because it is real bread that you make with live yeast. And you do have to let it prove for about an hour and a half or 2 hours. I've already had it, done that part, put it together, and it has been proving now for a little over an hour. So we're going to go ahead and separate that. So bear with me a minute.
So yes, I have the recipes typed up already. I will get those posted right after the show tonight. I'm not going to wait till tomorrow, I promise.
We're on top of that tonight.
And somebody asked another question.
My little darling is on top of that tonight.
Denise, yes, our recipes are posted. They kind of get lost in the news feed. There's nowhere for me to just put them all in one spot, except every 10 to 15, I'm going to put another batch onto our website. Or
Yeah,
our shop.
into our recipe book.
Yeah.
But the bread. All right, let's talk again about the ingredients. It is very simple. It's 4 cups of just good old flour. It's a tablespoon of sugar. No, I'm sorry. 2 tablespoons of sugar. 2 tablespoons of excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's this simple. It is 4 cups of flour. It is 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of yeast, and that's usually just one of the little packets. That's about 2 tablespoons. And then 2 cups of lukewarm water. It's important that you use that lukewarm water to encourage the yeast and the proving time. So what I've done is I've got that all mixed up. It's right here, ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate that now into 4 bowls because I'm going to feed people. The recipe that you get will explain that you separate it into 2 halves and put it into 2 big bowls. That makes big loaves. So if you want big loaves, do that. But you can also separate it into 4 sections or even smaller sections if you want. But let me get my bowls here. A very important part of this is to have first of all, an oven-safe bowl that you can use, and then you want to butter that bowl real good. Make sure it's covered real good in butter. And I've just got a ball of butter here that I'm kind of wiping through the bowls here. Cover those real good, and then yes, I'm using my hands, but they're very clean, and then I'm going to make sure that all of that is covered.
Marcia can't see what you're making. Oh, sorry. I thought she said I can't see what you're making. She said I can't wait to see. I'm very sorry.
It's all right.
Thank y'all for the stars. Thank you, Judith, Terry. Are russets better than reds for this soup?
You can use russets, you can use red. I am using golden potatoes, and I use that because they are a little bit softer, I think. But really, any potato will work in your potato soup.
Dolly is slinging all kinds of stars your way.
Thank you, Dolly. All right.
Oh, Polly, you're so sweet to say that. Barb, thank you for the stars.
Polly, you're right.
How much water, Jane said?
It is 2 cups of lukewarm water. All right, I've got this bowl just about buttered.
Oh my goodness, they started a star party for you. And I think, oh my goodness, he's going to get a star party.
A star party?
Yeah, you did it.
Already?
Y'all ready. Wow, y'all are so great.
Excuse me, let me get this butter off of my hands here.
Cindy, thank you. I got confused there for a second. I saw Taterbuggin sent stars. Carmela said she's getting so good at your recipes that she's going to get a chef jacket.
Who's that?
Carmela.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, there's your sister, Julie. Moidle.
Moidle's here. Hey, Moidle. Glad to have you here. Where's your hubby? Where's Brother T? All right. So what we're going to do now, I have this all in a big bowl. We're going to take 2 forks.
Sarge. No, sir.
And we're going to separate this from the main bowl here a little bit. Just use your forks. Oven's preheated. And then we're going to take some of that out of there, and we're just going to separate this into 4 equal parts.
Cindy, don't say that.
What is it?
Betty says she's hungry.
Well, we're going to have some good old potato soup here and some good old easy bread very shortly.
It's delicious. Julie said he's at the cabin.
Now this This bread, like I said, has been proving for about an hour and a half now. Hello, Sarge. There's my Sarge.
You know, y'all, I gotta explain that. Oh, look, Anne Marie's here from South Carolina too. Y'all sis.
Hey, sis. Thank you for being here. We are making potato soup and let's see, that's my proving time, so that's just about right.
No, I think over here we usually call it rising, but we watched so much the Great British Baking Show that now we say that it proves.
Yeah, you have to let it rise. Yes, you do. You let it rise for about an hour and a half. It needs to double its size is what it needs to do. And this bread you will find is a very airy. The way it comes out is
Delicious.
It's really airy, has a lot of air bubbles in it, so it's really delicious to, especially with this potato soup. That got away from me and landed right on my clean mixing board or cutting board there. So we're trying to get this going, then we're going to go to the soup, y'all. I want to divide this up into, like I said, equal parts.
Susan, no, he's not. He's an amateur chef. He just loves to cook, so.
No, I'm very amateur.
She asked if you were an actual chef.
No. I'm just having fun, that's all.
And we're so thankful that y'all love to watch him so much.
This bread was amazing to me, how easy it was to make such a good bread.
Oh, thank you, Della. You're so sweet. Judy Zeppa said he's Lindy's personal chef. That's the truth. Not only
in that respect, yes.
but now the next door neighbors too. And Grace says, "Who is that cute sous chef by you?"
Yeah, I got a couple of them here with me, y'all.
Yes.
All right, we're just about got these done here. Now what we've got to do is we've let this bread rise for an hour and a half. Once we separate it, we're going to let these rise again.
Lorna, yes, I'll share the recipes right after his live. Hey, Lindy, who is on as you? That's Cindy Kane. She is an admin. She's, quick with the
answers.
with the answers, the links, and so she shows up as me, and she can also rid our world of any codes that might come along. So, Betty says adjust the camera, and Betty is our sweet moderator who keeps us in
Oh,
check.
you can't see what I'm doing here. Oh, I got you. Okay.
Thanks, Betty.
Thank you, Betty. How's that? All right, so what I've done.
Do you need to cover the bread while it's rising?
Yes, I was about to say. What I've done is I've separated this into 4 individual pieces into a bowl that's oven safe. We're going to cover these and let them rise another 20 minutes. Bear with me while I make a lot of noise here.
Anne-Marie is on here, Jody. Thanks for asking about her. I think she's doing well. How are you doing, Anne-Marie?
Oh, Jody's on there too?
Jody Santana.
Oh. All right, so I'm using some press and seal here, and we're going to let those, I'm going to start a timer here for the 20 minutes that we need to let these rise.
Lori, you're sweet to say that. Let the man talk.
Who said that?
That was the ugly lady.
Oh.
Lori said, I love having Lindy read questions and comments.
Yeah.
Brenda said, set them aside.
We're going to set these aside, Penny. We're going to cover them and set them aside. So
What you drinking, Mr. T? You didn't say set aside. Could see your reflection in the window.
What? You can't. No.
That's so funny. Oh, Julie Olson's here. She said, I so want to be in your kitchen and make things like we did when I was visiting.
Julie Olson's here?
Yes.
Hey, Julie.
She is a chef.
She is a real chef, and if she were down here, she'd probably run me out of this kitchen. All right, I am going to set these aside. Penny, are you with me? Is Penny here?
Some are earlier.
All right, so those are aside. They are covered. We have separated them into 4 bowls. We've covered them up. We're going to set them aside for 20 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to go to get started on our soup.
Uh-oh, Robin. Sorry.
What's the matter?
Penny says, what kind of beer goes with tater soup? They all saw you in the window. They got your number, buddy.
You know, if there's ever a blooper of this show.
I mean, we can't get through one whole show without.
No, not without me messing up, right? All right, so the potatoes are about ready. I'm going to turn those down. We're going to get started here. What we're going to do is we're going to take an onion, and we just need half of a regular sized onion. And I'm working over here. I'm not drinking.
Penny, you keep talking too. She can kick rocks. Come on now.
She what?
We're talking about somebody.
Oh.
The mean people.
The mean people. I'm just...
Rita Burmeister says, you just can't get by with anything, can you?
I can't. I cannot. You girls are just too...
Oh, thanks, Lori.
All right, so I'm going to cut this onion in half.
That's right, Dolly. That's what he's doing. She said he was testing it. He's going to put that in the soup, right, Mr. T?
You know, it adds a lot of flavor. All right, I am digging for a...
He actually does, Becky. It's a lot of fun.
All right, so I'm going to put, what I'm doing is putting half of this onion up because I can use that for something later. Something later.
Right, Mary? I know. We all... He's had quite a few.
What, beers? No.
No. No, bloopers.
All right, we are going to chop up this onion pretty fine, and we're going to use our fancy little chopper here.
Betty said, yeah, you were testing that beer instead of heavy cream.
Y'all never going to let me live down the heavy cream and the unbaked pie crust, are you?
Oh, that was the best.
All right, I've got some butter in this big old pot that we're going to cook this soup in.
Okay, Susan wants to know where the name Taterbuggin came from.
Well, the story behind that is, obviously, our last name is Tate, and there is such a thing as a tater bug, but Lindy drives a Volkswagen Beetle bug, and kind of put together the name Taterbuggin. That was Lindy's idea. But anyway, that...
Yeah, I've had that car for a lot longer than I've had the business. And
Yeah.
since it was going to encompass the family, I just made it Taterbuggin. So my car is our logo with eyelashes. She's got, my real car has eyelashes on it.
All right, so we've got some butter heated up here. We're going to dump this onion in here. And the recipe says to put this onion in the soup and let it simmer. And the last time we did that, the onions were still a little on the crispy side, a little crunchy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to soften these.
That's okay, Lori, sorry. And don't you love that chopper? It's so easy.
That is in our Amazon, what do you call that? We have a
It's just
link.
Yeah, we have a list of our favorite things, and there's a link page pinned to the top of our Taterbuggin page. It'll say Linktree, and you'll get all of our links in one spot.
All right, we got onions going there. We're going to take a couple of carrots, clean those up, and I'm doing that right now.
Pete loves carrots. He'll probably
Get a bite or two. And you can use your own judgment on whether you want to put these in the soup or not. I kind of like having the carrots in there.
Yeah, the Amazon link is an affiliate link, just to be totally transparent. I've never seen anything from it, so, but it was easy to do, to set up a place where y'all could go see any of our favorite things that we use.
Here, Pete. There you go.
Oh yeah, Lori, that sounds good. She says she caramelizes her onions for the potato soup. It adds tons of flavor and easier to digest.
That's what I'm about to do. While these onions are started,
Thanks, Janice.
thank you. I'm going to these onions. While we're softening these up, we're going to shred these carrots just like this, very thin. Then we're going to kind of chop them up a little bit.
Emily said, "Is that spoon you're using one of the Dollar Tree plastic ones that's going to melt in the soup?"
No, that's a better one. I got over the Dollar Tree guy.
Oh, Becky, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it.
What's that?
She said, "My husband is planning to retire in June. I'm going to suggest he cooks for me every Friday night. We will see how that goes."
Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh, Ann wants to know, will there be a jig at 300? Because we're at 282 right now.
Always, always.
Dolly said something yesterday in my live. She wants to see the jig from behind.
Oh, no. Don't even go there,
You
Dolly.
gotta watch that, Dolly. Oh, Tony, well, that's a first. If you can't hear me, that's a first. That'll make a lot of people happy.
They can't hear you?
Tony said she couldn't hear me.
Oh.
Yeah. Linda, 30 minutes? That's terrible. Oh, I see 300 right now.
What? I only see 294.
Oh, I saw 300 for a second. Wait a minute, it's got to get back up. He didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, they what did they do? They just hopped on and they said nope, and they left.
They didn't like what they saw, I guess.
Well, they're crazy. That's insane.
All right,
Right,
I'm
Tina?
just about done with getting these kind of shaved up here, and I'm just shaving them, just using a peeler here and shaving them, and then I'm going to chop them up a little bit, and we'll just throw them right in here with these onions.
Y'all help us. Numbers are dropping. 287.
What happened?
I don't know.
300, you get a jig. All right, that's enough of that. Pete needs a couple of bites of carrots because he loves carrots.
Oh, that's good, Brenda.
There you go.
Hey, Brenda Larkins.
All right, so I'm just going to kind of chop these strings of carrots up a little bit.
I'm showing 300 again. Can you look up there and see what you see?
I see 295.
Oh, y'all. So close. I saw 300 for just a little bit.
All right, so we got this all cut up. We're going to throw these in the pot.
If Sue's husband doesn't like onions, what else can you use? I just take them out.
Just omit the onions. Yes, just omit the onions. The onions are a matter of taste. The recipe calls for them, but you do not have to use them.
Anna, hey, sweet friend. I hope you're doing well. See, it's just shooting up and down. Now it's 296.
All right, excuse me while I just get this in the garbage here.
Do you put in celery?
I do not, but you can. You can add any vegetables you want to a potato soup. I will say that. Any vegetable you want to a potato soup.
No, I'm frozen. You're not, but I am.
I see $2.97.
Okay, you're back on here. Could
What?
you use mushrooms if you don't like onions?
Again,
He'd love that.
using your taste, anything you want to put in this soup, you can. I'm trying to keep it a little simple here. We're gonna just soften up these carrots and the onions here.
Yeah, we froze here for a second too. I think we're back on. Yeah, it's looking.
Looks to me like we are, and we're down to 280. I hope everybody comes back in, because you know, I'd be glad to do a jig for you.
Yeah, Betty, I know. I saw it several times, but he didn't see it. So he only jigs when he sees the 300. He doesn't believe me.
All right. Jody is texting me in the middle of my life.
Hey, Gail. No, you did not miss the dance, Eva. He's still waiting to see that 300. He has.
And we're close. We're close.
We keep, dancing around that 300.
All right, these are softened up pretty good here. We're going to start by adding 14 ounces of chicken broth, and this container is 32 ounces, so half of this. And you can add or take away whatever you want to do. I'm going to make a big batch here, so.
Hey, Chris Brewer, how are you doing? Dolly says it needs the celery in with the onions and carrots.
Doesn't?
The Trinity. It does. Well, we don't have any right now, Dolly. We'll do that next time. Uh-oh.
All right.
Gonna be so disappointed he skidded around the corner and it's just for a carrot.
All right.
He doesn't like carrots.
We got half a container of chicken broth here. It's about 15 ounces. I am adding 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of celery seed. So it'll have that little bit of that celery taste. We're adding a tablespoon of parsley flakes. Now, one of the key ingredients is we got to get this warming up real good.
No, well, yeah, I think there is there going to be some heavy cream tonight?
No, this doesn't get heavy cream.
Oh.
Oh, I see 302. Hey, here we go, here we go. We're going to dance, and we're going to do jazz hands.
I'm going to die. Oh, he saw it. He finally saw it.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Goodness, do you remember when we couldn't even get to
What?
200? That's amazing. Jazz hands. I'm going to make that your thumbnail, your jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Yeah.
Oh, look at all the laughing faces and the hearts.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we need to, we're going to drain these potatoes so we can get those in there.
He's a mess. Yeah, now it's a party, Penny.
Now it's a party, Penny. Penny party. Now it says, the recipe calls for 3 cups of potatoes.
I know, Jody, right? Jody Santana said, dang it, he couldn't be any cuter, Lindsay. He's stinking cute. Yes, he did, Dolly. Dolly, did you miss it?
No, where was Dolly?
Dolly! Let's tell her he did it backwards, too. Robin said your fame has spread all over the internet. Oh, Dolly, you'll have to see his fancy jig on replay.
Y'all have to catch it, yep. Or we could do it again.
Bonus.
All right, we're bringing this up to a simmer now. I dumped all my potatoes in there. The recipe calls for 3 cups of cubed potatoes. Potato soup. You can never have enough potatoes in there. You can never have too many. So I've actually added a little bit more than 2 cups. Now we need to, I have a container here that we're going to mix up 3 cups of milk and some flour in. Let me get the milk.
Hi, Libby. Yes, he's boiling the potatoes, Dolores. Thank you, Denise.
Excuse
for
me,
those
this is
stars.
not going to be 3 cups. That is not going to hold 3 cups. Move, buddy. Move, buddy. Move, buddy.
Mr. T is the next Fosse.
The what?
The next Fosse.
Oh.
I bet he doesn't even know who Bob Fosse is. Is it Bob Fosse?
Bob Fosse?
He's a, dancer, choreographer.
All right. Soup's coming to a boil, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit while I mix up this concoction.
Hey, you're at 312 right now.
Goodness, that's wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're getting the word out. There's a dancing man over here.
All right.
Jeanette, no, I did not get it. Would you please resend it to the Taterbuggin page? I don't think I got it. I'll look back. Oh, okay. Dolores said, did you boil the potatoes previously?
Yes, I did, just to soften them for speed here. Otherwise, you would just start this and you'd let it simmer for a long time until all the vegetables are nice and softened. Potatoes are softened. And I'm doing that for speed. In about 2 minutes, we got to stop and do our bread. All right, what I'm doing here is I have added 3 cups of milk with I believe it's 2 tablespoons of flour, 3 tablespoons of flour, and 3 cups of milk. And I'm going to get over the sink, but shake this up until it's really smooth, because this is what it's going to soften or thicken up that soup.
I'm glad you did too, Ratonia. Listen, if any of you want a text reminder every time we go live, you can send a text to 901-519-2666. Cindy, I bet you can drop that down, or Betty, either one of you, to get on our texting service, and I send out a reminder text right before either of us go live.
All right, y'all, we have added our thickening agent here, which is the flour and milk. And we're going to let this simmer now. It's got to simmer for about 8 or 10 minutes. In the meantime, I've got to keep stirring this for a little bit here until it comes back up, because you don't want the milk to curdle.
Okay, Lori has a good tip here. After years of experimenting, she caramelizes her onions, adds celery and potatoes, and cover with chicken broth, cooking the potatoes in the broth instead of boiling in water. So much more flavor, and it cooks just as fast.
All right, I'll clarify. Yes, that's exactly what the recipe calls for you to do. But for speed of having this finished within a time period here, I boiled these ahead of time just to soften them up. And Tricia, I'm cooking. What do you think I'm doing?
Is Trisha here?
She texted me and said, "What are you doing?"
Oh, she texted my phone. Dadgummit.
All right, so I am.
Somebody text Trisha and tell her we're live on my phone.
Yeah, we're live. Actually, yes, we're live on
We have to do
Lindy's
it from
phone.
my phone.
I'm gonna cover that and let it simmer a little bit. It is time to put these breads in the oven. We have an oven that's preheated to 350 degrees. We're gonna uncover them.
Yeah, you're at 329 now.
Ooh.
331. Oh my goodness. Hi, Minnie.
Y'all bear with me while I get this bread in the oven.
Oh, Libby, I'm so sorry.
What's-
Bless your sweetheart. I can't mention the name. She tested positive. But got the infusion. Oh, Libby. Well, I'm going to be remembering you in my prayers.
All right, y'all. We are getting all 4 of these breads in the oven.
I know, Penny. Y'all text Trish. Everybody start texting Trish and tell her.
Text her 1,000,000 times and tell her we are cooking. All right. So those are in. We're going to let those cook for 35 minutes. Those are in. Let me kind of tidy up a little bit here, and we're going to go back to our soup. The bread's in. Please bear with me a minute while I tidy up a little bit. By the way, my beautiful bride bought me today some pretty little wooden measuring spoons. Aren't those about cute as they can be? That's about cute as as a picture postcard right there.
I thought they were so nice looking.
Yeah, those are very nice.
Yeah, we're my friends, Dolly. Well, y'all, I had to do that because, you know, I kind of bought something today. I told him not to tell you.
We're not going to talk about that.
I got my new Hobby Lobby sippy cup.
Well, tell them the whole story. How about she had a doctor's appointment. It's been set up for about a week. She gets all the way half across town from where we are to the doctor's appointment. And guess what? They say, I'm sorry, we don't take your insurance any longer.
Yeah. I was not happy. I got up early for
What's
that.
wrong with the world?
What a world. What a world.
What a world.
So I was a little frustrated, so I took it out on Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, she did. She did. That's kind of like...
Emily, you can get them 40% off at Hobby Lobby right now.
So some women eat ice cream. She goes to Hobby Lobby.
Did you see it, Dolores? Listen, y'all. I took pictures of that how long ago when they first put it out. And I didn't buy it that first time. And I showed great restraint. And that was one of those things I couldn't justify. And, yeah, he is a keeper. He's a keeper. And so, Michael Tate's on here watching. He says,
Hey,
"Go,
Michael."
Uncle Gerald.
Hey, buddy. That's my nephew.
So I went today and I thought, dadgummit, it's 40% off. I kept thinking about that cup and I got it. Look, Trish is finally here. Leave it to me to remember.
Tricia, thanks.
Or rather not remember Mr. Taterbuggin's cooking. Did somebody
Becky.
text you?
Becky, thank you for the hearts. Isn't that hearts? Is that what I said?
Yeah, Becky sent. She said I bought those for our camper, the measuring spoon. The measuring,
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, I love Hobby Lobby. I haven't been in so long, and I've been crafting my stash over and over and over this month. And I thought, well, I think I saved that $8. I think I saved $8.
Why don't we just say she had a little withdrawal?
I fell off the wagon.
Yeah, she did.
I taught him a lesson, Rita. Oh, Trish wants to see the cup.
The cup?
Yeah, would you show her the cup? Excuse me. Oh, look at Minnie. Look at those hearts. Minnie sent you a ton of hearts.
Okay, everybody, you can go to Hobby Lobby and get you a cup that says, "Take me to Hobby Lobby." like we need another cup in the cabinet. I'm going to tell you that. Yeah. Yeah, we do.
I have a problem with drinking vessels.
If it's for you, I say it's all right.
Listen, Minnie just sent you so many hearts. You need to thank Minnie for all those hearts.
All right, I need to be stirring this. Thank you. Who, Minnie? Minnie, thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you. All
Emily,
you girls, thank you for the hearts.
Restraint.
Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the hearts and the happy faces. And yes, there is a, by the way, just kind of quickly, there is, down at the bottom of the screen, there's a text number that everybody needs to sign up for to get notifications when Lindy goes live, and she includes my little deal here every Friday night.
I love that, Jody. Yes. Take me to Hobby Lobby and tell me I'm pretty.
You need to paint that one, don't
Yes.
you? Yeah.
Where am I storing my New State mugs? Right now I have them on a one of those bottle stands. It's vintage, from Southern Vintage. I moved it back there, but I'm about full now. So he's going to have to build that little...
I think Mr. Taterbuggin is going to have to build some kind of rack to hold all of the coffee cups that have been coming in. And thank you, by the way. Let me again say we would be more than happy to pay for those cups and the shipping. When Lindy said something about those cups, a couple of them came in, and I thought, well, you know, gosh, those are expensive.
Yeah, I never thought y'all would just, I would pay for them. And
we love having the, and she is really enjoying the collection of cups, and she always has this little thing for cups, almost like Hobby Lobby did, by the way. But
yeah, I kind of have always. But then I thought, how cool would it be to have a cup from a mug from every state? My sweet tater.
Every sweet Taterbuggin is in, and
no, I don't have Oregon Debbie.
Please, if you.
But please, yeah.
If you want to send one, please get in touch with Lindy, and we'll be glad to pay for it, pay for the shipping on it.
Yeah, Trish says it's an obsession. She has the same obsession.
Trish?
Yeah.
Yeah, Trish is kind of the same way. They're kind of they're sisters. I think it's the same blood somehow or other.
Yep.
Hey Trish, glad to see you there. And what's that?
Killing it with her jewelry.
Carmela, what did Carmela say? She said, and Mr. T too. That's all I got.
She's spending. Dolly said she's spending her star money, and Carmela said, and Mr. T's too.
Oh yeah.
Actually, we use that star money for shipping y'all Happy Mail. So.
Yeah, we do that. That's what we do with the star money. We ship out Happy Mail to you. We do not have Ohio. No, we do not. We do not have Wyoming.
No, Wyoming. I missed that. You're seeing a lot that I'm not seeing.
Yeah.
I got one from California.
It probably just popped up there.
That's my most recent one.
But I'm just stirring my soup, so I'm having to watch.
Yeah. No,
the soup
Minnesota.
By the way, the soup is thickening up real good here. Now, about the seasoning, the salt and pepper is salt and pepper to taste. I will say that. I don't think you want to overdo the celery seed. Hey, Robin, there's Robin Wallace. She's my Jeep girl.
Yeah. Pat, I don't have Illinois, and Mary, I don't have South Dakota. I do. Do I have Tennessee? Do I have Tennessee?
You have the one from here, don't you?
Do
I think you have the one from Memphis.
Wait, no, I don't have one here. Wait, let me get my list.
Don't have one from Kansas. No, we do not. Hey, Robin, glad to have you here. We are cooking potato soup. Now, again, our bread is cooking. The soup is thickening up. Once this soup thickens up a little bit more, we're going to cube up some Velveeta cheese to put in there to make it good and cheesy. And then when you serve it, you just garnish it a little bit with some shredded cheddar cheese.
Okay, here's
what
I have.
You're going to have to post a list of the states you already have.
Yeah, here I am. I've got my list here, and I should post the list. I've got Pike Place, which is in Seattle. That was the first Starbucks. Oklahoma, Texas, Idaho, Canada, Indiana, Arizona, and California. That's what I have. I can't believe I don't have a Tennessee. That's kind of silly.
That's kind of silly.
I need to fix that.
Yeah, I think you should go if you're going to have a collection.
Cindy, I have one coming. It's on the way from Alabama. Somebody got in touch with me.
I put a little extra pepper in ours. We like a lot of pepper in our soups.
Okay, Marion. Bye-bye.
Who's?
Marion. Let's see. Where is it? Marion said, hope soup turns out, but leaving you.
Oh.
Okay.
Glad to have you, but come back.
Yeah.
All right, our soup is coming along here real well. I'm going to finish cubing up this Velveeta cheese, and we're going to start adding that. It'll need to melt into there.
Joe, that's a better idea, isn't it? Denise, thank you for the stars.
Thank you for the stars, Denise.
Maybe Marion was one of those wanting me to shut up, so maybe I should be quiet.
You hush. No, I don't mean that. All right, we're going to get this cheese in there in just a minute, Sarge. You don't get cheese out of this, buddy.
And I don't have that one. I don't have Nevada. Can you freeze potato soup?
Sure you can. As soon as it cools down, you can stick it in the freezer or, separate it. All right, I'm going to start adding this cheese so that it can be melting as this begins to simmer a little bit more here.
Pam, welcome. It's Pam's first time watching. I'm so happy you're here.
Glad to have you, Pam. I hope you enjoyed this. Did she just get on?
It's her first time watching.
Oh, well, I didn't know if she had been watching all along, or she knew what we were doing here, or.
Becky, I don't think it does. In fact, I think you could leave out the Velveeta.
You could use cheddar cheese in here. You certainly can.
We're probably going to garnish the top with cheddar because I like the cheddar.
And that's the plan. But you can use cheddar cheese in your soup. The Velveeta, makes it a little creamier. But once you melt that cheddar cheese, it would be best. I will say this: that if you use cheddar cheese in your soup, use a real block of cheddar cheese as opposed to the shredded, because the shredded has a lot of wood in it. They use pulp to make that stuff. But
Margaret, yes, you could leave the celery seed out. They're all saying that those babies needed a bite of cheese.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
They'll get one later on. All right, let me wash my hands.
Penny, he's going to garnish it with green onions, but he's leaving it off mine. Penny wants her green onion garnish.
Penny, you and me, girl. We are going to have some green onions.
Ellen wants to know what you put in the oven.
What went in the oven was homemade bread. We have a recipe here for homemade bread that is in there. It's cooking. It's going to take another 23 minutes for that to get ready, though.
Suzanne, y'all don't need to send me the steak cut. I mean, I'd be happy to pay for them. I just happened to offhandedly mention it. Someone sent me one from Oklahoma for Christmas. And I thought I was using it. And I just wasn't thinking. And I said, I would love to have a mug from every state my sweet Taterbuggins are in. But I didn't mean for y'all to have to do that. I will be happy to pay for them.
Yes, we didn't mean for you to go to that expense. If you want to, just contact Lindy, and we'll send you PayPal or something.
Yeah, and shipping, of course.
We'll take care of shipping too. We just she wants to try to get that collection together.
I just thought it would be fun, and I want to see if he can build me that cute little storage system that y'all keep sending me. It was really great.
If I ever catch up on the wood blocks.
I don't know, y'all. You need to talk to them about the orders, because we are never this late on orders, y'all. Yeah,
for those of you that are watching and have orders for the 12-piece blocks or the little 5-piece blocks.
Or anything, really.
And really anything that you've not gotten an email that's been shipped to you. I did do a big shipping The last 3 days I have shipped a bunch, but I still have a few orders to finish. Honestly, I probably have close to 50 more orders to finish.
Y'all showed out that last launch, and we thank you so much, but we didn't factor in that my stepdad was going to have a stroke within a couple of days.
Yeah, and we've been kind of nursing him along, although I will say that he is coming along very well. He's up and walking, and we've got him on a walker, but at least he is up and walking, moving around, and doing on his own pretty much. So I have, the last couple of days, have had a little more time to work with those orders, although it's also tax time, so we had to get started on that too.
Yeah,
I think that took us a day.
Had a lot of appointments this week that's cut into our work time. Libby, thank you.
Our bread is coming along. I want y'all to excuse me a minute. Let me just kind of...
Right, Jody? I mean, I went over there and took their, we get their paper every morning out of their driveway, and I got their mail and took it over this morning because I had that appointment, and he just looked so good. He was already, they were up having their coffee, and he thanked me for taking such good care of him. Gerald went over yesterday and shaved him, and that made him feel good.
That made him feel a whole lot better, I gotta tell you, it did.
We can just get that home health rolling, you know. He asked me about that this morning, and I promised him I was on it, and he was so sweet. He said, thank you for taking such good care of me. Oh, which I didn't get his medicines together. I gotta do that.
Yep. All right,
yes, JP, I'll post the recipes tonight. I'm gonna be faster this time. I've got them ready.
All right, I'm gonna cover the soup. We're gonna let it just kind of simmer for a little bit. Our numbers are still up good, very good. I'm glad to have everybody here. Golly, 290 people. That's wonderful. Glad to have all of you watching. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to Lindy.
Especially with me talking.
And I know what you're doing. All of you are watching, waiting for me to make a big mess here somewhere. The bread is coming along real good. I hate to delay you here, but we just have to let everything cook here for a few minutes.
Oh, Robin, I'm so sorry to hear that. I can't imagine. So young, too.
Who?
Robin's daughter had both a stroke and a heart attack at 50.
Ooh.
Janet just hopped on. What soup are you making?
What soup are we making? We are making potato and cheese soup. With real potatoes and homemade. We're trying not to cut any corners here.
I love y'all too, Marcia. Phoebe says, can we get on a waiting list for your ladder? I know, wait. I know you're pushed for everything since Lindy's stepfather's illness. Let's talk about those.
You know, I would be glad to do that. I think it'd be good to have that waiting list. It's going to be about a week before I can get started rebuilding or get back to building those trays. But yes, if you want to...
it's going to be really hard to keep up with a waiting list is the only thing.
That's the hard thing. I sure wouldn't want to miss anybody. Here's what we'd like to do. Really the best way to do that is to let me build a few, and we'll post those. Usually I can build several in 1 week and then post those all at one time when they're available. Lindy will shoot a word out to you.
I always text when he adds them to the shop. Well, when I add them to the shop, I send out a text, so be sure you're on the texting service. That's probably the best and fastest way to find out when he adds more. And
again, yes, I would just really hate to miss somebody's name on a waiting list here and miss somebody. So, who is that just came on?
You know, Chris,
Donna?
I did that just yesterday, and they just said it takes time right now to, the doctor ordered home health, but we still have not heard anything. It gets a little frustrating. It's been over a week now.
Yeah, we were hoping to hear from them pretty quickly, but times have changed. It's not what it used to be.
Everything's different.
Ooh, that soup is going to be good. It's thickening up real good.
Yes, yum.
Yeah.
Sorry, just crying at the cat. He wants Rudy to play with him.
Yeah, the cat hurts his feelings. Sarge, here, stop
Let
that.
him play
Stop
with
that.
it. They're big buddies. Rudy loves it.
Rudy loves it. Yes, he
loves
does.
the attention from Sarge, but he does love to slap.
All right, I want everybody to kind of hang with us here. What time? Oh, we're back to 6:30 already.
Well, you started a little late. That's okay.
Yeah, the bread has about 15 minutes to go yet, and I really would like to get those out and show you one of those and show you how we prepare that. Put some soup in it. And I know by now Lindy's hungry.
I'm starving. Judy wants to know if you used heavy cream.
I did not have to use heavy cream tonight.
Oh, Tammy, you're so sweet. Thank you.
I
Oh,
am
I'm
going to-
sorry you're dealing with that. Yeah, you need some right now. Donna, he's making potato soup and bread bowls.
I'm going to taste this and see how that tastes.
Yes, Loretta, I will post the recipes right after the live. Right, Joe. Yeah, I'm trying to be patient because I know they're short on healthcare workers. Yeah.
We need to spice this up a little bit. We're going to a little bit more pepper, a little bit more salt.
Yes, Grace. He's got bread bowls in the oven right now.
Yeah, and not to bore you to tears, but I would like for you to hang on with me because I'd like for you to see that bread come out of there.
Oh, did you really, Mary? Mary used to have a dog named Sarge years ago. She said she loved that dog. No, Rita, no through the magic of TV tonight.
No, I really should have had those prepared for you, and but I wanted to see you, let you see that they have to be separated and they have to rise, and kind of as much of that process that we could stand to do here in an hour. It tastes pretty good. I want you to.
Wait, there was a question. No, Pam, he's not. He's my personal chef. He's not a. He just loves to cook.
Taste that and see what you think.
Oh, that's good.
Say, ooh, darn.
Ooh, darn.
Ooh,
Sorry. Sorry, y'all. Oh, Joe said, listen at him. Joe said, if you want us to hang on, you got to do a jig.
Well, I could do
Dance
this.
for him. Dance for him.
You're encouraging.
Oh, Donna, not red bowls, bread bowls. Bowls made out of bread, homemade
Yes.
bread.
We're making homemade bread in the shape. They'll come out about that big. We scoop out the insides and put some bread, some of the potato soup in there, and then use the chunks of bread that you cut out of there to soak up some of that soup.
Crazy hands. Trisha said, do it.
Crazy.
Okay, let's see here. Gonna make a bread bowl.
Okay, I'm at $2.98.
Shoot.
If we had 2 more people, you
Okay.
get a second jig.
Wait, somebody asked about the salt and pepper shakers. Linda, what kind of salt and pepper shakers did he just use? Had a sound. They're in our Amazon shop.
Yeah, these are, let's see, Leighton Epicure, it says. But they are a little battery operated with a button on top, and you take the bottom off, and
A light comes
it
on.
dispenses just a little grinder, so it grinds that, but it's also got a little light in the bottom of it, so you can see what you're doing.
But there's a link to it in our Amazon link.
Bread's coming along real well. I hate to drag this out, but
Judy says, let's get to 300 again. I need to see the jig.
oh, we're down to
Hey,
$2.90.
Eva. Yeah, $2.90 on my end.
I'll give you a second jig if we get 10 more people back in here.
Hey, Lou. That's Luanna from Louisiana.
from Louisiana. Welcome. We're glad to have you here. Thank you for joining us here.
Thank you, Suzanne, for sprinkling.
Thank you. Thank you for sprinkling. Thank you for the stars, y'all. That's great.
Hello, Karen from Kansas.
Kansas? What part of Kansas?
She didn't say. They're tossing taters.
We have family in Omaha, Nebraska, just north of Kansas City there.
Carmela said, you could throw a little dessert together. Carmela, you done gone to meddling.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, Betty says maybe he needs to sing and dance for a second round.
I can't. No, y'all don't want to hear me sing.
He can whistle like nobody's business. Why don't you do your finger drums? Christy Doll, thank you so much for the stars.
All right. Let's see if y'all can Here's the soup.
Ooh, Jody, that sounds good. She said her guys love spice. Would you use pepper flakes or something else? I'd use pepper flakes.
To spice it up?
Yeah, some heat. I love red pepper flakes.
You could put a little cayenne in it.
Yep.
Or you can do like Lindy said. You could put a little bit of maybe a pinch of red pepper flakes in it. I think the best thing to do if you wanted to spice this up would be put a little cayenne in it.
He did, Carol. Carol's asking about what seasonings you added.
Yeah, we really it's not over seasoned. It has salt, pepper, and some celery seed in it, and that's pretty much it. We put a few little parsley flakes in there just for color. There is carrots in it.
That's a good idea, Trish. She said you could use a spicy ranch packet to heat it up.
You could probably do that, yeah, or you could put some sriracha in there.
Oh my.
Sriracha would bring it right
Tammy,
up.
I do see your comment. Hey, Tammy. Okay, we got Barb from Maryland, Myra from South Carolina. Hungarian smoked paprika is kind of spicy too, Christy said.
Yeah, that would do it. You have to be careful how much you add, though. It's all up to you what you want to put in it.
We can't do it because of my mom.
We have to feed the in-laws there. They can't do the spicy, but somebody was asking about putting celery in it. You can put celery in it. You can add any vegetables that you want to go into your potato soup. There are all kinds of variations. This is the recipe that we'll post is kind of a basic recipe to get your soup started. But
I'm sorry, Trish made me laugh. Go ahead.
You can add, as with any recipe, I would suggest that you make it first, one time, and then choose what you want to add and make a second batch and dress it up a little bit, however you want to do that.
Linda, I want to try that. Pepper jack cheese might spice it up. Ooh, I love pepper jack cheese.
Yeah.
Trish said, let me tell you what Trish said. Person 2, please let your husband talk. So, that was not the only ugly comment I got. There was a video that Trish and I did when she came and filled in for him to cook. I'll just tell a little story while we were waiting for him to cook. And there was this little 3-minute video we did at the end where we just did the taste test because we didn't do through the magic of television. And for whatever reason, that video of all videos went viral. It's been around the world. It's been viewed over 3 million times with some of the ugliest comments. And one of the funniest, most recent ones was, person 2 is annoying. Well, I was person 2. So
you were person 2?
She calls me person 2 now.
There's also the story about a lady, and I believe it was from Italy, that saw that, I think it was Trisha that was barefooted and said, I can't believe you're barefooted around electricity and
running water.
And running water. Like you could get electrocuted because you're barefooted in the kitchen.
Oh, well, there's a lot of fun people in the world.
Yeah, a lot of fun people.
I have to translate most of those comments because they don't even come in English.
Let's see, that bread is smelling good here. And let's see.
Yeah, you read some of the comments.
I was trying to see where I could.
Thank you, Paula.
Penny, I hope you're doing okay because we've got a lot of lag time here and.
Kimberly, no, the Amazon link is actually, if you see the pinned post at the top of the Taterbuggin page with my goofy grin, it's both of us, and my goofy grin, click that link right under that picture that says Linktree, and you will get all of our links, our
All
Amazon
links,
link,
yeah.
everything. You'll find everything there. It was just trying, I was trying to compile it and make it concise for y'all.
And that's not a goofy grin, by the way. That's a very pretty,
Oh, you're sweet.
wonderful face.
You say that because you love me.
Yeah, I do love you.
Okay, they say you're over 300. I say 298 on my end. What have you got?
I'm at like 292, I think.
Oh, dear. Gary Richardson said 302. Get to dancing.
Well, I can dance again, and I can dance again, and I can do it in the kitchen for you, and you, and you, and then do jazz hands.
Oh, me. Oh, mercy, mercy.
Is Penny still with us? I'm worried about Penny.
Trish says it's because he's purty.
Yeah.
Look at this is Christy Doll's first time to watch you live, so she got to see. Oh, look at all the happy faces.
I see all the
Oh.
laughing faces there. Thank you all. Entertainment at its best, don't you think? Bread's coming along. It's beginning to brown up.
Carmela said,
But
you might get electrocuted swigging that beer in the kitchen, too.
oh me.
I know. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, they're anxious to see the bread. Oh, Kathy, you're so sweet.
It's coming along, and thank you for just bearing with us here. I should have planned this a little better for y'all and had the bread ready.
Penny Williams is still here. She said, I didn't fall out yet.
Hang in there for me, Penny.
Oh, Deborah, you haven't ever had potato soup in a bread bowl? Oh, it's so good. When I'm not feeling well, that's one of my very favorite things. We have a restaurant here. They used to be good. They're not so good anymore. And they serve their potato soup in a bread bowl. And it always makes me feel better. Lori, thank you. Thank you, thank you. That's very sweet.
We're going to see if we can speed up the process here a little bit on the bread. Timer says 4 minutes. We're pretty close to that.
You're drinking eggnog, Penny? Oh.
Eggnog is good.
I'm not an eggnog person.
What
But-
some people put in eggnog now.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Barb's first time too.
Glad to have you, Barb.
Sue Watts says we have clam chowder in a bread bowl. He loves clam chowder.
Clam chowder is great too. Yes, it is. This potato soup is going to be out of this world in these. I'm a little warmer than before the eggnog. This potato soup in these bread bowls is delicious, y'all. You have to try it. It's a very simple. Both recipes are really very simple, and you worry about bread. This is a no-knead bread. I mean, there's what, 5 ingredients that go in it. Mix it up, let it rise for an hour and a half, 2 hours. The longer you let it rise, what you want to do is let that bread double in size. So really it's best to let it rise about 2 hours. Separate it out however big a loaf you want. You can put it in bread loaves. You can put it in bowls. You can separate it however many times you need to. But let it rise again after you get it separated. Cover it and let it rise another 20 minutes, and then put it in the oven 350 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes, and you just have to watch to see how brown it gets. But it's going to rise out of that bowl. It should double in size out of the bowl as it actually cooks. But it's no need, and that's the thing that's great about it. There's no throwing flour on the counter and fighting with a chunk of dough.
Trish, yes, there is proving time.
Yes, there's actually 2 proving times. The first one, when you mix it all together, you have to let it prove for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Separate it and then let it prove again for about 20 minutes, and then put it in the oven.
Oh, have fun, Stephanie. The bowls are made of bread.
Yeah, it will be a bread bowl. And how do you do that? Really simple. You just take that round loaf, take a knife and cut a bowl out of the middle of it, save the bread that you take out of it, and cut those into chunks, and use that to dunk in the potato soup, and it's just absolutely delicious. And that's the reason I want y'all to kind of hang with me here till we get the bread done. I want to show you that. I don't want to pull that bread out early.
Let's see. Yeah.
What did that say?
Grace, I'm going to post it right after the live.
Yes, both recipes will be posted on our site, on our page.
Tina, I don't think you can mess this one up. It's really, really easy.
It is really easy. The potato soup. Once again, let me say, somebody brought this up, but the recipe says to put all this together and let the potatoes simmer in the chicken broth. The flavor actually is a little better when you do it that way, but for speed tonight, I kind of cook the potatoes a little bit to soften them up. But as it turns out, I've been having to make everybody hang on here. I had plenty of time, didn't I?
Well, we're getting to spend more time with y'all this time. It's fun.
That's right. Glad to have all of you, and looks like most everybody is hanging with us here, and I am so glad to hear that.
Barb, I'm sorry, I don't know how to post the recipe as a link. How many bowls does the bread recipe make?
Well, it depends on how much you separate it. The recipe is actually designed to make 2 loaves, and it makes 2 loaves about 6 inches across. What I've done is, instead of making loaves, we're making the little bread bowls. So I've separated them into 4 bowls, so that we have that. It's a bowl about that big around, so that you can take the top out of it to make a bread bowl. Let me see how this is doing.
Connie's making your bread pudding tomorrow.
Oh, the bread pudding is good.
We love y'all too, Wanda. Thank you.
Connie, if you're making that bread pudding, I want you to watch when you cook it, I want you to watch, because the recipe says cook it 50 to 60 minutes. What you want to do is cook it just till it sets. You don't want to overcook it. It'll be tough. So cook it just until you see the center is set, and you can stick a toothpick in it or whatnot and see if it's completely cooked through.
I just have to say, Janice, that's so sweet. She said I'd stay on all night if need be. You all bring me so much joy. I'm gonna cry.
That's very nice of you, Janice. Thank you very much. It's Friday night. I know everybody's got things to do, but we're pretty close here. I'm waiting on that bread to brown up just a little bit.
Well, Darlene, you're a lucky woman just like me then. She said her husband looks a lot like you, and her husband saw you on his phone and he thought it was him.
Oh. No, sorry. I'm sorry about you.
Christy, we've got to try that. No, we haven't tried that yet.
What's that?
She sent us you said 3 green chili recipe? Yeah, she sent the recipe. We hadn't tried it yet.
Chili recipe?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know she had.
Do you have a good rice pudding recipe?
I have a rice pudding recipe, and I love rice pudding too. Yeah, rice pudding is really good. Tapioca pudding is really good too. Yeah, tapioca's good. Don't shake your head.
I don't know.
She's over there shaking her head.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, she doesn't like green onions either.
Yeah, I don't.
Or tomatoes. Or tomatoes.
Well, Rebecca made your Dorito chicken casserole last night, and her family loved it. She can't wait to try the recipes for tonight.
We got about 4 minutes, and I'm going to pull one of those out for y'all.
Oh, it's green chili, Christy? Oh, I don't know. Jody Kelly says, my condensed chicken and rice out of a can sounds super boring right now.
All right, we're going to pull one of those out here in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah. I mean, here I am, a Southern girl, born and raised, and my family thinks I'm crazy. I'm the only person who doesn't like tomatoes. It's mostly the raw ones. I can eat them, cooked in things, but ugh. Just mostly fresh tomatoes, Susan. I can't even eat something that a fresh tomato has touched. Ugh, I don't like it.
Here's another little tip.
I want to like them.
A little tip that I forgot to do, and I can kind of pass along to you. On the bread, just before you put it in there, if you'll take one egg and beat it, and brush that on the top of the bread, or just use some butter and brush some melted butter on the top of them. It'll brown them up real pretty. I was in such a rush, I didn't think to do that.
Minnie, no. I was born in Mobile, Alabama, and lived there till I was 3, and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. So no, this girl is Southern through and through.
All right, so one of the little breads I've just taken out, and it's plenty hot. As you can see, it's just bowl size. That's a cereal bowl. And can you see that? You could let them brown just a little bit more if you'd like. I'm going to let that cool just a minute or two. And we're going to plate up some. Let's see how we want to do this.
Oh, Alice. Oh, Alice, I'm so sorry. I can't imagine. I know you must miss him terribly.
All right, so this bowl is very hot, but here's what I want to show you. All I did was take a knife and just slice around in a circle, and you take that chunk of bread out and you have a bowl, okay? And I'm kind of pushing time here. You would normally let this bread cool 10 minutes or so.
Wash my hands, because I know you're going to hand me some of that.
What's that?
I'm going to wash my hands.
Oh, wash your hands. I'll wash my hands. All right, so then we're going to take a scoop of this soup here, and we're going to dump that right in there, just like that. And I'll try to do this without spilling it, but that makes a little bread bowl soup there. And then you take this other chunk of bread that you took off the top and cut it up. And I usually just quarter it. And that bread is still really, really hot. Oh yeah.
Yeah, now that you pulled that bread out of the oven, you've got 310 people here.
Mm-hmm. And just use those pieces to sop up some of that soup.
Is it udon?
That is darn right there.
And you can sprinkle some shredded cheddar on top.
Let's do that. We have a lot of cheese in there, but let's make it cheesier.
I love the taste of cheddar cheese. Oh, Sarah, you've got to try it. That bread is so good. Oh, and your bacon bits.
I'm just going too. I'm worried about keeping them too long. You know. Y'all
Well,
bear
you've
with
got
me.
311 that seem to be happy. Yeah, they're yelling bacon.
Bacon.
Oh,
Bacon,
me too,
bacon, bacon.
Suzanne. I love the carbs. That's my problem. I love the carbs. Give me all the carbs.
Carb you up.
Barb wants to know, do you have special bowls you use for the oven?
Actually, no. Just whatever you've got there that's oven safe.
Yeah, he's probably going to put green onions on his. I'm the weirdo that doesn't like green onions. So everybody else is saying, green onions.
Yes. And I've
Rita
got
says,
some.
don't worry about us, Mr. T.
So I put a little shredded cheese on it. I'm gonna put. Sarge, you can't have any of this. Back up, buddy.
Oh, thank you, Alice. You're so sweet.
We're gonna put a little, just these bacon bits on it. Soup it up a little bit.
That looks so good. Hi, Christine.
All right, so we have shredded cheese on there with a little bit of bacon on it. And we're gonna let Lindy try that with one of these chunks of bread. There you go. That bowl's probably hot.
It's very hot.
Sit it
I
down.
got it.
That bread is so good. All right, let me watch these other
Thank
breads.
you, Suzanne. That's
Okay, time for them to come out. Hang on.
Okay, all right.
Bear with me. Let me get the rest of these breads out of here.
Ooh, darn. That looks so good. You've got to try this. That's good for the soul right there. Good for the soul.
So if you, as you see, each one of these little bowls comes out with a bread inside there. It's just right for taking the center out.
And the weather is perfect just about everywhere right now for this kind of meal.
Yes, it is. And here's your other quarters whenever you're ready there, my darling. Do we still have everybody? Everybody hanging in there?
314.
Woo! Okay. Well, I'm going to cut another one here.
Barb, yeah, if they're like the Dollar Tree spoons, they sure won't. She said, I don't think Dollar Tree bowls would work.
Dollar Tree bowls won't work. We found that out, didn't we?
Oh, Melissa, sorry. You're so sweet. She said, y'all are more fun than going to the movies.
All right, so I'm going to...
Oh, listen to that.
That bowl is hot. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a little more cheese on the top of this one. I'm going to cut us up some green onions and show you this plated.
Oh, Ruby, you're so sweet. Thank you, Margaret.
Here, darling.
He made 4 bread bowls out of that recipe, but you could, yeah. Uh-oh, Joe Chalmers Jr.'s here. He said he went and got a fancy cooking jacket.
Yeah, I did. I gadgeated. All right, y'all bear with me here a minute. I'm gonna...
Alice, you need to. It's so good. Joe, this is loaded with carbs. Or we bring you some. The bowl is sizzling. Yeah, lava soup.
Yeah, you don't want to get in that. Okay. Yeah, because those bowls just came out of the oven.
I'm doing
Can't have enough too much cheese. You can't have too much cheese.
I'm doing a jig in my chair over here, y'all. Probably Tina. She said, looks like the soup would be enough for like 8 bread bowls.
What now?
The amount of soup it makes.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's
Definitely
enough soup for a few days. All right, so I'm gonna garnish this like it should be for y'all, so you can see that. And potato soup, bacon, cheese, onions. It don't get no better than that.
Yeah, Sarge wanted some cheese.
Yep, Sarge wanted some cheese. So, there you have it.
That's
Watch
how
it.
you get me to be quiet while he's live and give me a bowl
Sarge,
of food.
here, Bo. There you go. Come here, Bo. Sarge, I'll give you some right there. Pete, here you go.
Yeah, you could definitely add some sour cream, Lori.
Sour cream would be good on it.
And
Again.
Aaron.
Let me say this. It is a basic recipe. It's a delicious recipe. Try it yourself. Add to it what you want. Throw some celery in there if you want to. Top it with some sour cream. Whatever you want to do. But I want to give you the recipe to work with. And you can take it from there.
Yes, I will see you Sunday, Robin. And y'all, I'm working on a video that I'm recording for y'all. I hope to have it up tomorrow. A fun new art technique.
All right, let's see. We've been in your house here for an hour and a half. That's long enough. We're going to get out of here. Sorry to keep you so long. Thanks for hanging with me here and seeing the whole recipe and the bread and all that. We love you and thank you for sticking with us. And now Linda's going to be live again Sunday at 4 o'clock. So catch her there. And thank you for all the hearts, the stars, the laughing faces,
The love.
all of that. Y'all have been great. We'll see you next time, okay? And we will post these recipes tonight so you can find them. Just go to our page on Facebook.
Judy, I'm working on that too. I'll try to announce that Sunday.
Penny, thank you so much. Glad to have all of y'all. Christy, thank you. Love you. Sarah, thank you for tossing the taters.
Jody Santana said, you need an exit tag. Bon appetit.
This potato soup is ooh darn.
Yeah, that's his exit tag. Ooh darn.
That's it. Bye-bye, y'all.